Welcome back, fans. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with Rob Washburn, for another edition of CAA Hoops Weekly Season Preview, powered by Under Armour. Today, Rob, we take a look at the UNCW Seahawks as they begin the Kevin Keatts era, and he comes in with an impressive resume.
Yeah, Kevin Keatts has been a winner everywhere he's been. Most recently, he was an assistant coach at Louisville under Rick Pitino, where they went to 2 Final Fours and won a national championship in 2013. Prior to Louisville, he spent 10 years as the head coach at Hargrave Military Academy and put together a 263-17 record with 2 national prep championships. He brings a lot of energy, is confident that he can return the Seahawks back to the glory days from a decade ago. Now, the Seahawks were just 3-13 in the CAA last season, but there is some experience returning with 3 senior starters. Coach Keatts wants to play a full-court pressing style defensively, which he hopes will turn into easy baskets and transition on the offensive end and energize the fan base at Trask Coliseum.
Coach Keatts will begin his career with the Seahawks with several key returners, in particular preseason All-CAA second-team member Cedric Williams.
Yeah, Cedric Williams is a 3-year starter who has made steady improvement each year he's been at UNCW and is now one of the top post players in the CAA. He's always been a good rebounder and shot blocker, but his offensive game has gotten better, and last season he led the Seahawks with 11.5 points per game. I'm anxious to see what kind of senior year he can put together under Coach Keatts. The Seahawks also have veteran players returning in the backcourt. Senior Addison Sproul averaged nearly 10 points per game in his first year at UNCW last season, while Freddie Jackson and Craig Ponder are guys who have played a lot of minutes over the past 2 years and know what it takes to compete in the CAA.
We caught up with head coach Kevin Keatts at Media Day, and this is what he had to say about Cedric Williams.
Well, I inherited Cedric, and we had the opportunity to bring him in and during the summer session, and obviously now he's here in school for the fall. I would tell you now his effort has been tremendous. One of the things I've done with him and all of the seniors is kind of challenge those guys because, I want to, kind of dedicate the season to those guys. Going into his senior year, for whatever reason, the team's lost 65 games. And, I put a lot on Cedric. And one of the things that I've told him is in order for us to be successful, he's got to have a great year. And I'm happy for the preseason attention that he's getting. But certainly I'd love for him to be a first-team guy and have a chance to be player of the year.
Now, as we take a look at the UNCW women's team, we welcome back Kelly McCarthy. Have a great weekend, Kelly.
It was another great weekend in Richmond, Bobby.
That's great. Well, as we look at this Seahawks team that really struggled last season being one of the younger teams in the conference, but the good news is all of that young talent is another year older and another year of experience, and all 5 starters return.
With youth comes experience, and last year's rookie class certainly got that and then some. 4 of the 5 starters were true freshmen. They saw significant playing time and received on-the-job training as head coach Adele Harris continued to implement her system. The starting 5, led by Kelva Atkins, began to gel at the end of the year, which led to a CAA tournament win. They got better as the season went on, and the Seahawks want to keep that momentum going. At times over the last 2 seasons, we've seen 5 starters play the entire game. Depth may have been an issue before, but it's not this year. Coach Harris has brought in 2 freshmen along with 3 transfers that will help bolster the lineup and take some of the load off the starters.
One of those starters who has been very impressive since stepping foot on campus has been senior guard Kelva Atkins.
Absolutely. Kelva Atkins has been the Seahawks playmaker since her arrival 2 seasons ago and was UNCW's leading scorer 21 times last year. She's only 5'4", but she can drive, she can jump, she can distribute, and has the speed to snatch the ball away from opponents. All those things were on display at last year's CAA tournament, where she averaged 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in 2 games. Complementing Atkins are sophomores Bree Mobley and Ryan Flowers. Mobley has a nose for the hoop. She averaged almost 12 points per game and had 4 20-point contests, including 29 in the regular season finale against CFC. That earned the guard CAA All-Rookie honors. Flowers is a pure rebounder, leading the Seahawks with nearly 8 rebounds per game as a rookie. She even posted 20 boards in the win over William & Mary. If these players are on at the same time, UNCW will be very tough to contain.
Coach Adele Harris on her senior guard, Kelva Atkins.
I mean, Kelva's going to kind of be Kelva as it relates to scoring points. I think her offense is going to be easier because she does have a whole lot more help now. I want to see her win. I want to see her win, and not just on game day. I want to see her win every drill. I want to see her win every shoot-around. I want to see her win every defensive possession. I think if she becomes someone who refuses to lose in all areas, she can help our team and our program win basketball games on game day. I tell her all the time, there's got to be a best player on the worst team. Do you want to be the best player on a good team, a competitive team, one who's competing for championships? That's who you want to be.
The women's team will open up the 2014-15 season at home on Sunday, November the 16th at 2 p.m. versus UNC Pembroke, while the men will be on the road at Old Dominion on Saturday night, November the 15th at 7 o'clock.
Fans, we continue with our coaches one-on-one features today with Coach Keats and Coach Harris from Media Day. You can watch them now on both the CAA men's and women's basketball blogs, Hoop Scoop and Baseline Buzz.
Rob, Kelly, and I return Tuesday for another episode of CAA Hoops Weekly Season Preview presented by Under Armour as we take a look at the Northeastern Huskies, who are carrying high expectations on the men's squad, while the women's program welcomes in new head coach Kelly Cole. Have a great day, everyone.